This fireplace refacing I did a couple years ago, and if you want to look at that whole project, how I did that, I'll link to that video right here in the cards. This whole wall was this brick, and it was like the red brick, old red brick, and the brick came up to about right here, and then above that was brown paneling. It made our low ceilings feel even lower. So the wall here is back. There's no 2x4 here, Joe. There's no 2x4 in the middle. It's just all open right here. I totally forgot that this was like, okay, so I just now cut this out. And if I reach down, right here is a 1x, which I might have put that there. Anyway, so there's nothing back here. So now I could cut this out so that the TV can recess back into this. And then the frame can just go on around it. And what I think I'm gonna do with the frame is I'm gonna just Velcro it with real heavy duty Velcro right to the wood. All right, so now I need to measure and determine exactly where my TV is gonna go so I know how to cut it. So I'm doing one more thing here while I'm at it. I'm gonna have to actually pull power from my can lights that are right there. I never use those two can lights. I'm gonna remove those can lights and use that power and bring it to this wall. I'll run it through the attic, bring it down here so I can hook up my TV and these two lights. These two lights here have never been hot. There's no wires back here. All I did was set it up for that, and then I was planning to hire an electrician, but looks like I'm gonna do it myself. Okay, so I'm basically drawing out the frame so I know where I'm gonna have to cut this big square out. And also, it'll help me because I can now see it even more clear, the position of the frame and the TV. Okay, time to cut. This makes me nervous. Well, I don't know why, but. Okay, now I can really see in here. There's a 1x in here, and I don't know why. I can't remember, but it feels very secure. I think I'm gonna have to cut through this 1x that's right here. Brick, this was the top of the brick here. So I might not even be able to go. We'll see. TV's gonna stick out a bit. But I think it's gonna work because the frame's deep too. See what I mean with the brick? I think that this 1x I probably put here to maybe secure this to it. I'm not sure, but it's definitely not doing anything. It doesn't seem wide enough. What did I do? Okay, what did I do? Oh, I was measuring, there's a little bit of like a bezel here. What did I measure? No idea what I measured. It should have been 43 1/4, which is actually from this line to this line. So my frame is gonna go 4 inches beyond that. I'm gonna have to remove that and repair that. I wonder if I did this right. All right, try it again. Perfect. Okay, that works. I had to really Frankenstein the heck out of this. Let me show you what I had to do. You see here is the brick, and then this is about maybe 2.5, 3 inches deeper than the brick. So I had to put a 2x4 here in order to bring this. Actually, I've got a 2x4, and then I've got a 1x under here too. That brought it out so it's level with this. Now I should be able to get my TV on here, and the TV should be plumb, hopefully. We'll see. I may have to add a little bit to this, but let's try it. So it's a Frankenstein job, and I had to put a couple pieces here because you can see that there's right here, and there's a 2x4 back here, an old 2x4 here. And so I attached this 2x4 to that 2x4, so that's really, really sturdy. I had to shim this 2x4 with these, which is this stuff, in order that it wouldn't be like tilted. Okay, it's on, but okay, I've got to pull these at the same time. So they've got to be pulled at the same time that I'm hanging this on so that the bottom will clamp on. No, I think this is gonna have to be a 2-person job. Darn it. I hate waiting for help. It's right there. Okay, I'm gonna have to hang that just slightly higher. All right, so I'm gonna have to raise this up just a little bit. This has a level on it, which makes it really nice and easy. Let's see if that does it. Okay. I did it. Holy cow, got it on there. And the nice thing is I can slide it back and forth. Now let me see, is it level? It's not. Why? That's all it was. The cord was underneath it, and so it was just lifting it up. So now it's level. Okay, now I want to get my frame and see how the depth is. Holy cow. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. I think it kind of couldn't be any more perfect. It's just kind of away from the wall, like about a half an inch. So it actually looks like the way art hangs away from the wall. Still looks a little bit unlevel, but is it too big? Does it just dwarf the space? I think it's too. So this frame has just a tiny lip in here, and I want the TV to sit right in there because the TV does have a small black rim, and I want that black rim to fit right in there. So these cuts need to be really, really precise. What I did here is this measurement here is the width of my TV, 44 inches. So I marked that, and then I measured from here to this cut, and I did the same distance from here to this cut so that this would be the same exact angle. I'm sure there's probably a better way. I'm not sure what it is. This is just the way I'm doing it because this thing is so huge and I just want to get it opened up. I was originally going to take it all apart so that I could potentially use my miter saw, but I can't get it apart. So this is just how I'm doing it. I'm just using that little manual miter saw right there. Okay, now, all right, so now I've got this half cut. I'm gonna go out and see if this fits and how well I measured, and then I have to cut that side. So what I did is I countersunk a couple screws into the frame here and on the other end back there on the bottom so that I could fill these. Nobody will ever see them on the top. Probably won't be able to see them on the bottom either. Let's see. Just hanging directly on the TV. So, okay, but that's it. Now I just need to figure out the electrical. I'm gonna have to fill those two spots for the lights. Once I get that done, I'll show you how the whole thing looks. All right, so here it is. It's up and almost done. It's hard to see on the screen because it's just hard to film it. And this is also a free YouTube screensaver thing, so it's maybe not the best. But anyway, it's pretty much done. What I did in order to be able to still use the remote control is I just drilled out a small hole right here in my frame so that my remote, the eye for the remote thing is still showing here and I can operate my TV still. So one of the things that I did that I think really helped it huge is I added a matte screen protector to this, and I think that the Samsung frame TVs come with a matte surface already. It's just an automatic thing. It has a little bit of texture to it, and that's what gives it the matte appearance so that you're not seeing all the reflections from your room in here and therefore it looks like a TV. The matte thing makes it look like actual art, and that made all the difference, and that's what this is. I ordered it from Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description box below for this because I think this is the game changer for the whole project. Anyway, let me show you a little bit up close and kind of from the sides. I still need to do the electrical. I did not hook up the lights, nor did I hook up the TV to electrical. I just have an extension cord running down the wall here and down the side and down that way and plugged in over there. I just didn't want to take the time to do that right now because really what I need to do is repair my ceiling right here. We had a roof leak and we repaired the leak, but I have not repaired the drywall. And so I want to do that all in one shot. Take out these two can lights, repair that, hook up the electrical for the lights and everything. But I don't want to do that right now. I just don't have the time to do that scope of a project at this time. So I'm just going to do that after Christmas and just leave it plugged in because at Christmas time I put up 2 trees, one on each side here. So I will not be using these lights at all throughout the holiday season because I'll have my trees up here. So let me show you a little bit closer. So here I'll show you. You can see the hole that I did for the remote control. You can see that I used some gold paint on here. It was that mahogany brown color here, and then this was gold, so I just painted this so that it would all be gold because I just like the look of that better. I am going to take some rub and buff and put that on top to make that look a little bit better. And let me show you the side view. So there's a side view of it. you can just see there's about 1.5 inches away from the wall there. And I think it's perfect because that's how a picture frame hangs away from the wall. So I think it looks great. So now I have to figure out how to order art from Etsy so that I can put in there. You can see I still need to paint. So I had to move those lights out. The original sconces were really close into the frame, and so I had to patch that. I still have not painted, so I need to paint. I had a piece of trim molding that ran up the wall there. If you're curious about how I refaced this brick fireplace in the first place, you can watch that video right here.